Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to continue our playthrough of Phantasmagoria. And as you can see here, we are going to begin Chapter 6. Yeah, this is possibly the most boring introduction video ever created. We are literally going to sit here and watch Adrian brush her hair and put on makeup. That's it. Nobody gets strangled, humped, nothing. About as boring as it can be. Look, you can even hear the water dripping in the background. That's how boring it is.
9:20.
Yeah. She always says that too. I bet she's one of those people who goes around saying everything that's on her mind. She doesn't think inside her head. She thinks aloud. Oh, if it isn't our drunkard of a husband.
Dawn?
Adrian,
You alright, honey?
Does he look okay?
I just hit the whiskey a little too hard last night. That's all.
Dawn, let's leave. Please. We've got to get out of here. Look what this place is doing to you.
Leave. This is our home, Adrian. We can never leave this place.
Wow. He's flipped his lid. And what might you be, my pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cat's collar. Spaz's collar. Why would he have it? Though, why wouldn't he? I mean, it's his cat too.
Oh, what do you want? Hi. Yeah, I don't care about the damn phone. I'll get out of here as soon as I can. All right, fine. Get in here and fix it. And then you leave.
Fix it? What are you fixing? There's nothing there to begin with. That's like that old slogan you see a lot of times, something's new and improved. Well, if it's new, how could it be new? Because how could it be improved? Because there's never been anything like it, hence the term new. If it was improved, then there obviously had to be something before it to improve upon, so therefore it couldn't be new. So in this case, how is he fixing something that's obviously not there to begin with? Although I suppose he could have just taken the phone with him. So we might as well go through our regular rituals here. The absinthe isn't there anymore, so you might as well not even bother looking over there. So let's go talk to the fortune teller. You know what I find comical is the fact that the phone guy doesn't think anything's weird with this thing. Maybe he hasn't seen it yet. Oh, what you doing over there? Oh, nothing at all. Just getting my fortune told. Yeah. It's an espresso machine.
Evil is here. Find your salvation.
Lovely. I think that's pretty awesome, actually, that evil is here. I think we should welcome it and throw it a party. And sacrifice something to it. Maybe the cat was already sacrificed to it. So now, we actually do need to go to town, but the unfortunate thing is if you go to town, once you come back, the end of Chapter 6 ends. And not necessarily that you can't do some of this stuff in Chapter 7, but some of it you do not actually have access to. So what we're going to do is we're going to head into Maria's bedroom here. And the mirror should now be wavy, wavy, wavy. Some of my biggest complaints about some of these sequences in the game is that they take too long. Like for instance here, we're going to stare at a burnt Carno for quite some time. And you can see he is angry. Now she gazes into the past. At these two. Go Gaston.
downstairs in a few minutes, darling.
Don't be long, Angel.
Wait a minute. That's her bedroom, so what does he need in there? Am I the only one who thinks this? You know, that it's weird that this guy is in her bedroom? Like, what could be in there that he needs to wait for? Unless he was planning on leaving a present. I don't know. Bye. Wait. The door scared you or what? I mean, why was she like that? You see, when the door went down, that's when she jumped. And he looks like he's about to... I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's obviously disturbed. Okay, so we found out what happened to Gaston. He got drug away by Carno. A very, very alive Carno, even after he had been burned significantly.
Angel? Where are you? Gaston?
And you can hear here... Yeah, that was an interesting way of using those words, but that Marie was looking for Gaston, so it appears he flew the coop. Alright, where should we go next? I do believe we should go upstairs. But first, let's interrupt Dawn. Sounds like he's having an orgasm in there. Since Adrian isn't in there with him, that could be a problem for their marriage.
Dawn? Are you in there?
I mean, come on, who else is gonna be in there, Adrian? I mean, keeps the place guarded like Fort Knox. I mean, please. Put your boot through the door. Go with guns blazing like the Terminator or something. I mean, come on. I realize this game was made in the early 90s, mid-90s, so, I mean, you know, dialogue was a little cheap. But still, I could have wrote a better script for some of this. I mean, where else would he be? You guys obviously don't sleep together, so it's not like he's in your bedroom. Speaking of which, let's go see if anything abnormal happened with our computer. Oh my god, what is that? I was expecting a message, not quite as subtle as the previous ones. She picks up the keyboard.
Can't believe Dawn did this. He wouldn't do this.
I mean, the thing was all bent out of shape and everything. I mean, if, aside from jumping on it, I don't see how that's even plausible that that was going to happen. So let's check out our creepy painting. And it really has gotten creepy, hasn't it? Yeah, this painting has taken on a life of its own, literally. You could definitely see there that it's obviously not human and it's disturbed, whatever it may be. Yeah, I'd be doing that too, because I'd say, whoa, what is that? And who would dare paint this on this wonderful canvas? So there are two ways you can go now. You can take the secret passage all the way down to the first floor. You should be able to get out, or you can just go this way. It doesn't really matter which way you go. Once you leave the house, though, and you try to come back, it's going to end the chapter. So you can either do things not the right way necessarily. There isn't a right and a wrong way, because there's multiple ways to do things. But there's what I consider to be the informative way, where you find out what happens to every single person in the game, or you do it the cock tease way and you don't find out what necessarily happened to everybody. But once you come back, the chapter will end regardless. So you only have one shot to explore the house, so we might as well continue to explore before our days are short-lived. I don't know what happened there. That was a little strange. So we should now finally have access to the basement here. I still don't know why they do this now. This would actually make more sense having been done in the previous chapter, because that's where we find out what happens to the rest of his wives, including this one here. So I mean, it's not really a big deal. So I just don't understand. It might have been a bug. It might have been supposed to have been able to be viewed, but for whatever reason it never happened. I don't know. Since you can see it prior to that, if you understand what I mean. I mean, we were down here before. You could see that there was something going on with one of the wine barrels, but for some reason we weren't able to click it previously, and I don't know why you'd have to come here now to do so. But yeah, where are you? Is it still tasty, Adrian? Yeah, we can finally do this. I do believe this is the one that she actually drank out of before. Just why it's so uber and awesome. Yummy. So you get what happened there. I can't tell if it's her head or it's her whole body or it's just her bust, but she's inside there. That's what happened to Victoria, in case you were wondering. So that takes care of her. Regina, we know she's obviously was dead. So now we actually can go into the, I don't know what the hell you call this place, chapel. And there's a couple areas that you can now explore because you've explored the secret passage, so you know that they're around. There's one on the right and there's one on the left. This particular one here doesn't actually take you any place special. It takes you to the bottom floor of the secret passage hallway, which I don't think you can actually have access to this unless you've come through here. So like you can go this way now. Straight down will be those stairs. Yeah, will be. We don't actually want to go that way. We want to go back to where we came. So let me out. Yeah, we're gonna, I don't like to skip things, but I don't necessarily want to take so much time with going through a door. You know, I mean, just, who cares? Just going through a door, Adrian. Get it with the program. Alright, and we need to go on the other side, because there's one over here which is actually important. Now, short of the hint keeper telling you, I don't really remember how you would even find this out. Probably just exploring. It's the way we do things. I like to explore. So I tend to find a lot of these places on my own. Now, this one is actually quite deep. Just keep going straight. From many different angles, we still are going in the same direction. And then to the left. Remember you heard about the Carno family crypt or whatever? Or whatever they said on the newspaper articles? Well, here it is. So you can actually look at these graves and see who's actually supposedly buried in there. I say supposedly because you just never know. Marie O'Dowd Carnavash. She's only like 30 years old, give or take. So that's Marie's grave. Cool, right? So what would any good wife do? She'd desecrate it. Because that's what I do. I'm curious. I want to see what happened to her, if she's actually in there or not. And I don't know that you need the poker to